Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I have a special guest with me, Flori Marquez, who is the co-founder of the financial services platform BlockFi. Many of you may have heard about BlockFi in the news recently with their very cool interest account as well as the crypto lending services. So, Flori, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Tony.
Flori, exciting things happening with BlockFi and very interesting services that you offer. But for those who may not know about BlockFi, can you give an overview of the company, its history, how the idea came about, and your services?
Yeah, definitely. So we've been around since 2017. My co-founder, Zach, had the idea because he had been investing in crypto for a while, and he was trying to apply for a mortgage at a bank. And usually when you apply for a mortgage and you list significant assets, they'll bring your interest rate down. So he tried to put his Bitcoin holdings on his application, and the bank said, no way. Actually, because you told us that you own Bitcoin, we have to do this entire underwriting process on you because now we think you're a drug dealer and you need to reapply and take the crypto off of your application.
Wow.
So that was when he had an aha moment and he realized, hey, there must be a lot of other people out there that need access to financial services in crypto, and there are no providers for these types of products. I've known Zach for years and I've worked in lending my entire career. So basically, as soon as he told me about this idea, I knew we had to partner to build this company. And we've always viewed ourselves as building the bridge between traditional financial services and crypto. And that's what we've been building ever since. Today, we've been around for about 2 years, and we have a team of 30 people across New York, New Jersey, Poland, and Argentina.
Wow, very cool. Now, one of the products that you offer, and it's the more newer product, I should say, it's the interest account. Can you tell us a bit how that works, and if someone were to, leverage that product, how would they go about starting?
Yeah, definitely. So for both of our products, the loan and the interest account, it's the same as opening a bank account, and it takes about 2 minutes. You just go onto our website, blockfi.com. You input your personal information. You'll upload a picture of your license, and you'll automatically be underwritten and hopefully approved. Most of our applicants get right in. And then from there, you'll access your dashboard. And there you'll be able to, if you want to deposit Bitcoin, click on deposit and it'll generate a unique wallet address for you. And you'll be able to send your Bitcoin, for example, directly to BlockFi, and you'll start earning the 6% interest the next business day.
Very cool. So on that interest account, sounds like it's almost like a high yield savings account, so to speak. It works in that way or similarly?
Yeah, it's exactly right. So you deposit your Bitcoin, and then once a month you earn 6%, and that gets paid out directly into your account. You can initiate a withdrawal at any time. I think we reserve up to 7 days to give it back to you, but usually our customers get it back in 24 hours. And yeah, it's essentially a high yield savings account for crypto.
Very cool. Also, on that note, which cryptos do you accept within the interest account?
So right now we accept Bitcoin and Ether. On the loan side, we make loans that are backed by Bitcoin, Ether, and Litecoin.
Got it. So I know a lot of folks from maybe the XRP community, being XRP is a number in the top 3. Is there plans to list XRP or add XRP functionality?
Yeah, it's definitely on the roadmap for the near term. We've seen a lot of demand and users asking for that as well, which is awesome to just see another community being built up so strongly. I think our focus for the next, the immediate term is really making sure that our existing platform functions well and gives customers all the usability that they want. So we love hearing feedback, and we're constantly iterating on our product to try to make it safer and also more dynamic.
Got it. And for the loan aspect of the or the loan product, can you tell us a bit about how that works? Is it we submit our crypto, then we get some a loan on cash value, so to speak?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So it's similar to borrowing against your home or borrowing against a piece of art, or some people even describe it as like a pawn shop for crypto. So basically, if let's say you have $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, you can open an account with BlockFi. You can send over the 100,000, and you can take up to a $50,000 USD loan. Once a month, you'll pay an interest rate. The interest rate depends on how much Bitcoin you send over. So the more Bitcoin that you send over for the loan, the lower your interest rate. And then once a month, you'll pay just the interest portion of the loan. So let's say you get the lowest rate, which is a 4.5% interest rate. So you'll pay 4.5% times $50,000 divided by 12. That's your monthly payment. And then whenever you want to pay your loan back, you pay back the USD amount. And you can also actually tell us to pay it back with the crypto that we're storing for you. And as soon as the loan is paid back, we return the remainder right back to your wallet address.
Very cool. Now, is it a fixed rate or does it fluctuate based on the crypto's value, given that, the volatility in the market?
So on the loan side, the interest rate is fixed. So if you take out a loan at 11.25%, that's your interest rate until you pay back the loan. And there's no prepayment penalties or anything like that. The interest account rate is subject to change. Right now it's 6% up to certain account maximums, and over that it's 2%.
Got it. And on that note of the interest account, how are you able to do this 6%? I think folks are very curious about that. Now, without giving away your secret sauce or anything along those lines, can you shed some light on that?
Yeah, definitely. So it kind of goes back to our ethos as a company, kind of building the bridge between traditional finance and crypto. So what we do is we have basically a portfolio management system set up. That system was built by our chief risk officer. His name's Rene Van Kesteren. He actually used to manage structured lending for Bank of America for 15 years. So he built this program in the banking system, and now he's building it for crypto. And what we do is we have partnerships with large financial institutions who want to borrow crypto from us, and they will pay us interest for borrowing it. So we will give them a Bitcoin loan, they pay us interest, and then we pass those earnings directly on to our consumers that are depositing the Bitcoin with us. So we're basically just like making a market.
Got it. That absolutely makes sense. I think and now, because on my end, that was my question too. How are they able to do this? But now it makes sense because you're also getting the demand from the institutional investors who are most likely paying higher interest or borrowing a lot more than retail.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And in order to partner with these institutions, we put a lot of work into our legal structure, our regulatory framework in order to be able to have those relationships with them. It took a lot of work, and we're one of the only companies that are able to do this, which is why we can offer such a high interest rate. Very
cool. Now, recently we heard about, I think it was on CoinDesk or some of these other crypto blogs were reporting that you guys were planning on cutting the rates for the interest account. Is that due to maybe the bear market?
So it's not necessarily the bear market. When we first launched this product, our goal has always been to create financial products for crypto investors that don't have access to them. And when we launched it, we saw a huge demand for this product. So people, as you know, it was all over the news, and it was amazing to see the reception from the community. What we didn't anticipate was actually a bunch of crypto hedge funds started using our product to generate yield for themselves, right? So big companies were like, oh, dang, that 6% is pretty sweet. Our trading strategies sometimes can't hit this. Let's just deposit $10 million worth of crypto with BlockFi and we'll get our return that way. And that really wasn't the point of the product, right? The point of the product is to help consumers like you. So what we did was we implemented a maximum on the account. So any deposits, I think right now the maximum on Bitcoin, I believe, is 25 Bitcoin. So anything above a 25 Bitcoin deposit, so your 26th Bitcoin, that will earn 2%. And the goal there was to really make sure that the people using the product were consumers. We are really interested in trying to help out crypto hedge funds in the future, but that's just not what we've built today.
Got it. That absolutely makes sense. It sounds like the hedge funds guys were trying to take advantage of your service.
I mean, it's not take advantage, right? They hadn't made the rules when we launched.
Sure.
We had no idea. Honestly, the day we launched, someone that we had never talked to just slung $10 million worth of crypto at us. And
wow.
We were like, whoa, who is this guy, right? We never could have imagined that a company would trust us that quickly
Sure.
without even talking to us. But, that was the case for, we're used to more like financial institutions that like to do a lot of diligence before they place assets with us. And so we realized, okay, we have to make sure that we're putting limits in so that this product is really geared towards consumers.
Sounds like a whale who's very ambitious and just, okay, $10 million in crypto. Here you go.
Something like that. But, I mean, they weren't the only ones. We had a few people do that. So, whales and crypto VCs that are out there, we hear you. We know there's a product need for you, and we'll work on it in the future.
Very cool. Now, I think the question many of the consumers and folks would want to know, how safe is this? When I deposit my crypto on your platform, is it protected? Is there insurance policies? Can you shed some light on that?
Yeah, so what makes our customers feel a lot safer is actually when you're depositing your crypto with BlockFi, you're sending it directly to Gemini. So when you click deposit, it's actually generating a wallet address for you directly on Gemini, which is our third-party custodian. They're a licensed custodian and they're regulated by the NYDFS. Gemini does have FDIC insurance on their cash deposits, and I think they're one of the only exchanges to have insurance protecting them against tax. So that's when you deposit, you're sending it directly to Gemini. Like on Etherscan, if you look up your transaction, you can actually see it being swept out to Gemini's cold storage, which is great, and that makes a lot of our customers feel safer. In terms of our team, we all came from finance, so we paid a lot of attention to our compliance and our regulation programs. So, for example, no one person in our company has access to moving all of our funds, right? So we have a lot of controls in place to ensure that client funds are safe. And in the end, really what it comes down to for customers when they think about risks, I think they should really look at how the company is structured, how we are financed, and the regulatory structure in place, which sometimes can be a bit complex for consumers. But usually that's what makes our customers feel a lot safer and believe in BlockFi.
Very cool. And it's great to hear that you're leveraging Gemini. As you mentioned, they are fully insured. I remember reading about that, and they're making some pretty great movements and grounds on that front. So very cool. I didn't know that. So it's very insightful to hear that you have that relationship and you're using their insured custody service. Very
cool. We're super close with them. We see them all the time. They're in New York as well.
Yeah.
So work with them.
Very cool. Now, what else can we expect from BlockFi in 2019? I know you may not be able to share certain things, but maybe you can give us some hints as to what's coming.
Yeah, we have some really exciting products coming down the line. Again, they're all around the theme of bridging traditional finance with crypto investors. And there's so many products that people who have crypto just can't access because they're only available in USDs. So some examples of things that we're working towards in the future are credit cards where you can earn Bitcoin instead of airline points. But kind of following that theme of what are other financial products that crypto investors need, like a loan or like a savings account, and how can we make that available to the ecosystem? Very
cool. Exciting. I would love to earn crypto instead of airline miles.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
so much
cool.
Cooler.
Finally, and of course, want to preface this by saying this is not financial or investment advice, but what is your personal outlook on the crypto market for 2019 as well as 2020? It seems like we are slowly creeping out of the bear market into a bull market. I wouldn't say we're in a bull market yet, but I would love to get your perspective on the market.
Yeah, definitely. So I think what's interesting about our platform is that, we're more on like the financial services side. So we're not necessarily day traders, but I would say that as a company, we're definitely long-term bullish on Bitcoin. I personally believe that decentralization is just the next natural step for how information is shared as a society. And I would say that I would love to see some kind of like slow, gradual growth. And I think that will really help the ecosystem develop further.
Got it. Flori, A lot of insightful information, and I think a lot of my questions, and I'm sure the viewers' questions have been answered today, because I think folks were very interested in your service, but wanted to know, like the safety aspect and who's custodying your service, and how are you able to pay out some of these interest items. So very cool, and I think I now feel more confident that to participate in your service. So everyone, I'll be putting a link in the description to BlockFi's website so you can learn more about their services and products. So be sure to check that out. Flori, we would love to have you back on as new updates and new services are launched on your end. So you're always welcome back. But thank you so much once again.
Thank you for having me.